Hello guys, in this video we'll be going through what cards to use in your hero deck and how to play them effectively. This is a personalized deck, so feel free to add or remove cards as you please. However, most of these cards are used extensively in competitive hero decks. Before we start, you need a total of 120 neutral material, 210 rare material, 630 super rare material, and 780 ultra rare material. You can start by crafting ultra rare materials like Elemental Hero Sunrise, and that will unlock secret packs, so you can buy them using 1000 gem points, and that should give you more hero cards and lower the cost of crafting this deck. Our first hero is Elemental Hero Stratus. He can destroy spells or traps when there are other hero monsters on the field, so you can play him in your endgame. However, he is a very good card to start with, as he can search and add any hero monster from your deck to your hand, and the two best heroes to add from this deck are Vision Hero Faris, who can be special summoned by discarding one hero from your hand, and with his effect he can add another one Vision Hero increase to your spell or trap zone. You can discard then Vision Hero Faris to special summon Vision Hero increase to your monster zone and activate his effect to summon Vision Hero Vion, who has two card effects. You can discard a monster from your deck to your graveyard, and the second effect is that he can banish any hero monster from the graveyard to add one polymerization card from your deck. We will talk more about how to use each card to its fullest potential later on in the video, but before we move on from Elemental Hero Stratus, let's see another scenario where we already have Vision Hero Faris or Vision Hero Increase in our hand. You can add Evil Hero Adjusted Gold, which you can activate his effect from your hand to send him to the graveyard and add Dark Calling spell card. And you can use Dark Calling effect to summon Evil Hero Malicious Bane using Evil Hero Adjusted Gold from the graveyard and one level 5 monster from your hand or graveyard. And just like that, you can add one hero boss card, all from playing Elemental Hero Stratus. Our next Elemental Heroes are Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier and Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. I always use them side by side as they complement each other in a way that makes them a strong duo in any hero deck. On one side you have Liquid Soldier, who has two unique effects but can only use one of them once per turn. If you normal special summon him, you can special summon one hero from the graveyard, and Shadow Mist is the best card to special summon from the graveyard. To have this option there is more than one way. For example, you can use Vision Bane effect to send Shadow Mist to the graveyard. Then when sent to the graveyard, you can use Shadow Mist first effect to add one hero monster to your hand, which you can add Elemental Hero Stratus to bring Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, or you can add Liquid Soldier straight away. And that way, in the second turn, when you use Liquid Soldier to summon Shadow Mist, which you can use then second effect, as you can only use one effect per turn, same as Liquid Soldier. Shadow Mist second effect is to add one Masked Change spell from your deck, and this card allows you to summon Masked Heroes from your EX deck. We'll go through each of the Masked Hero effect later on in the video. But going back to Liquid Soldier, this card is used as a fusion material. It lets you draw two cards, making it your best option when using polymerization to summon heroes like Elemental Hero Sunrise and Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. In a competitive match, it's unlikely to use both effects of these cards, since you will be at risk of losing one of them when your opponent's turn starts. But whatever effect you use from any of these cards give you the advantage of at least going +1 in cards, in addition to summoning boss heroes like Masked Heroes and Fusion Heroes. And speaking of +1, our next Elemental Hero is Solid Soldier. This card is mostly a defense card where you can summon it on the field. It allows you to special summon another level 4 hero from your hand. Say for example, if you have Shadow Mist in your hand, you can use the effect of Solid Soldier to get one Masked Change from your deck and summon the Masked Heroes afterwards. Another great defense effect this card has is that when sent to the graveyard by the infamous Lightning Storm or Raigeki or any spell card, you can special summon one hero from the graveyard in the defense position. This is why I call this card a defense card, because it's all about holding the line, it's all about manpower and shielding your life points from a direct attack. Next we have Elemental Hero Honest Neos. This card never makes it to the field since it requires two tribute monsters to summon him. However, his effect is far more stronger than his attack level, as you can send him from your hand to the graveyard and give 2500 points to any hero on the field for one turn. This is a powerful hand effect, as you can lure your opponent to attack one of your level 4 heroes like Elemental Hero Stratus, Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, Solid Soldier or Shadow Mist, and during the attack you can use the quick effect of this card to send it to the graveyard and give 2500 attack points to your hero for one turn, inflicting damage to your opponent's life point plus losing his attacking monster from attacking a stronger monster. Our last elemental hero, if we can consider him an elemental hero, is Evil Hero Adjusted Gold, and just like elemental hero Honest News, this card rarely makes it to the field as he cannot make an attack unless you control a fusion summon monster on your side of the field. But also like Honest Neos, this card hand effect is so powerful that it's likely in every hero deck because, as we've said before, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and add one Dark Calling from your deck to your hand, and with another level 5 hero in the graveyard or your hand, you can use the effect of Dark Calling to summon Evil Hero Malicious Spade. Moving on from our elemental heroes, we have a different type of heroes that play very well with them, and those are the vision heroes. We've already seen what they can do, so I'll go through them quickly again. We have Vision Hero Faris, who is a level 5 dark monster that can be special summoned from the hand by discarding one hero monster, and as you know, when summoned either by normal summoning or special summoning, he can add one Vision Hero to the spell or craft zone, and we can only use this effect to summon Vision Hero Increase from our deck. So if you have Vision Hero Increase in your hand or in the graveyard, do not use this effect, since we can only add Vision Hero Vion instead, and you won't be able to summon Vision Hero Vion from the monster zone unless you use another card called Vision Hero Gravito, and this card is not on this deck list. When summoned from the spell or trap zone, Vision Hero Increase can search and summon Vision Hero Vion, and thanks to Vision Hero Faris effect to summon him in the spell or trap zone. However, he has another cool effect where when you take damage and this card is in the graveyard, you can add this card from the graveyard to the spell or trap zone, and you can tribute summon him afterwards. To that, you can put him in the monster zone to trigger his effect and get Vision Hero Vion. Our Triumph card to fusion summon monsters in the deck, you can send one card to the graveyard when he is summoned, a powerful effect to send Vision Hero Increase or Elemental Hero Shadow Mist from the graveyard to the deck and use their effect from there. Also, once per turn, you can banish one hero monster from the graveyard to add one polymerization spell card from your deck. Our third archetype heroes are Destiny heroes, and those cards on their own are great cards, combining the deck between elemental heroes and vision heroes, with Destiny heroes make up for a good competitive deck. First, we have Destiny Hero Malicious, now only limited to 2 cards, and what this card does is that when it's sent to the graveyard, something that we can do easily now using Vision Hero Vion effect or during fusion summoning, you can banish him from the graveyard and add one Destiny Hero Malicious from your deck. This effect does not work if you have the second copy in your hand though, so basically it's a +1 card effect to be used for link summoning or another fusion summoning. Next we have Destiny Hero Dynatag. This card has 2 effects, one of which when in your hand and your opponent attacks, you can inflict 1000 damage life points to both you and your opponent and neglect the damage calculation from your opponent's attack. Last resort tactics when things go south, but the main effect of this card is when it's sent to the graveyard, you can land another Destiny Hero 1000 attack points till the end of your opponent's next turn. Another Destiny hero is Destiny Hero Draw Hand, who when special summoned allow both players to draw one card, and a very cool way to special summon him is by sending him to the graveyard, and he can be special summoned afterwards in the next standby phase when in the graveyard, and similar to Destiny Hero Malicious, you can send him to the graveyard by the effect of Vision Hero Vion or during fusion summoning of one of your EX deck cards. So he's basically a +1 card effect to be used also for link summoning and another fusion summoning. The last one is Destiny Hero Plasma. This one is kind of an overkill and usually doesn't see much play, but when he does, he will turn the duel in your favor, as when you tribute summon him using 3 cards, you can negate the effect of all face-up monsters your opponent control, plus you can equip a monster your opponent has and have half of their attack added to your original attack. So this card is very overpowered, and the only downside to not using this card more often is because he can be destroyed by any card effect, and there are so many other good cards in this deck that Destiny Hero Plasma rarely sees plays in this deck combo. Now, before we go through our EX deck cards and boss heroes, I'll show you the spell cards that we have for our heroes. We have 3 spell cards to help us special summon our heroes that we need for our combos: Reinforcement of the Army and Emergency Call. Those 2 allow us to add 1 hero from our deck to our hand. And then there is a Hero Lives, which allow you to special summon 1 hero from your deck to the field when there is no face-up monster at the cost of paying half your life points. And we know by now what is the best option to special summon heroes using this card. We also have 3 fusion cards, Polymerization. This card can be searched using Vision Hero Vion card effect and requires monsters from your hand or the field to special summon fusion monsters, in addition to Miracle Fusion that can be searched using Elemental Hero Sunrise effect, and we'll go through Elemental Hero Sunrise effect in a bit, but this fusion card requires monsters from the field or the graveyard to summon fusion monsters. And lastly, we have Fusion Destiny, which can summon Destiny Fusion monsters from your hand or deck but destroy them at the end of the next turn. Also, you cannot special summon monsters except Dark monsters for the rest of the turn, meaning if you use Polymerization or Milker Fusion after Fusion Destiny, you won't be able to summon Elemental Fusion monsters since you can only summon Dark monsters, so it will most likely be another Destiny Fusion card to summon another Destiny Fusion monster. The last two spell cards that support this deck are Dark Calling, which fusion summon monsters from the hand or the graveyard to summon Malicious Hero Bane, and Masked Hero, which allow you to summon Masked Heroes from your EX deck with the same attributes as the monsters used for its summoning. And both these cards can be searched using Evil Hero Adjusted Gold to search for Dark Calling and Elemental Hero Shadow Mist effect to search for Masked Change. So let's talk about our EX deck cards now, and we will start with our Masked Heroes that can only be summoned using the Mask Change card. This can be used as a quick effect, meaning when your hero is about to be destroyed by battle, or a card effect, you can use this card to send a hero from the field to the graveyard and summon one of your Masked Heroes instead, negating the battle damage or the card effect. And this Mask Change card summon heroes with the same attributes as the one sent to the graveyard. So we have Mask Hero Blast, that is a wind hero, so it can be summoned using Elemental Hero Stratus, our only wind hero in this deck. And when special summoned, you can target one monster your opponent control and its attack becomes half its original attack. He also has a quick effect that when your opponent uses a spell or trap card, you can pay 500 life points and return that card to the hand. Mask Hero Blast also has 2200 attack points and 1800 defense points, so he is a very strong monster. Next is a stronger Masked Hero with 2500 attack points, and this is Masked Hero Koga. This is a light hero and can be summoned using Elemental Hero Adjusted Gold or Elemental Hero Honest Neo, and this gains 500 attack points for every monster your opponent controls. And once per turn, you can banish one hero from the graveyard and target one of your monsters your opponent controls, and this monster loses attack equal to the heroes being banished till the end of the turn. So he has a strong attack points, and he can also reduce the attack points of your opponents. Next we have Masked Hero Acid with attack points of 2600 and defense points 2100, and this is a water hero that can be summoned using Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier. And what makes this card so strong is that when it is summoned, you can destroy all your opponent's spell or trap cards, and when that happens, all your opponent monsters loses 300 attack points as well. So this can be a game changer during your main phase and even battle phase, since Mask Change is a quick effect card. Our last Masked Hero is Masked Hero Darkglow, and he is probably the most famous Masked Hero out there, with attack points less than the others, being at 2400 attack points and 1800 defense points. However, this card has one of the strongest effects in the game, and that is any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. And since most decks rely on the graveyard to summon monsters, this is a combo breaking effect. In addition to this, he also banishes one card from your opponent's hand when they draw a card, and this makes Darkglow effect able to completely disrupt the play of your opponent and helps you win the duel. He is a Masked Hero with dark attributes, so he can be special summoned by any Destiny or Vision hero, or by using Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. So we have now 4 attribute Masked Heroes in our deck to make full use of our Mask Change card. We also have 3 fusion summon monsters, and those are Elemental Hero Great Tornado, and he is a fusion summon monster using 1 Elemental Hero plus 1 Wind monster, and this card half the attack and defense of all your face-off monsters your opponent controls. The other 2, however, are far more stronger. We have Elemental Hero Sunrise that requires any 2 heroes with different attributes, and when special summoned, he can search and add to your hand 1 Miracle Fusion, plus he has 2 other strong effects. One of them is that all your monsters, including him, gain 200 attack points for each different attribute you control on the field, and the other one allows you to once per turn destroy 1 card on the field when another hero monster you control attacks. Elemental Hero Sunrise is a great option to fusion summon first, as this card, in addition to his great effects, allow you to add another fusion summon monster using Miracle Fusion when searched. So you can summon Elemental Hero Sunrise and summon one other card, for example Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. This card requires 1 hero monster plus 1 water monster and gains 500 attack points for each water monster on the field. The strength of this card, however, lies in its other effect, and that when this card leaves the field, it destroys all the monsters your opponent controls, and this effect can also be comboed if you have a Mask Change, as you can fusion summon Elemental Hero Absolute, then Mask Change him for Masked Hero Acid to destroy all the monsters on the field, and with Masked Hero Acid effect you can destroy all the spell or trap cards on the field, making it a devastating combo to your opponent and helps you win the duel. But speaking of combos, we move on to our next fusion summoned heroes, and those are the Destiny heroes. Using Destiny Fusion, you can summon Destiny Hero Dangerous by using one Dark monster and one Destiny monster from your deck, and you can use Destiny Hero Malicious and Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. That way you can summon another copy of Destiny Hero Malicious using his effect, and add one additional hero monster to your hand to normal summon with Destiny Hero Danger and Destiny Hero Malicious. Destiny Hero Dangerous effect lets you send one monster to the graveyard and send another Destiny Hero to the graveyard as well. Then all your Destiny Hero monsters gain 200 attack points for each Destiny Hero in the graveyard till the end of the turn. This effect is super powerful when we have our other Destiny Hero fusion monster, and that is Destiny Hero Dystopia, and this card requires 2 Destiny Heroes to fusion summon and has 2 strong effects, one of which is that you can use one Destiny Hero level 4 in the graveyard and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that target effect, so you can use Destiny Hero Draw Hand to inflict 600 attack points. In addition to that when this card attack points is different from its original attack points, say by effect of Destiny Hero Dangerous or Destiny Hero Dyne Attack when in the graveyard, or even Elemental Hero Sunrise, you can destroy one card on the field using this card and then it returns to its original attack. Last card and our strongest is Evil Hero Malicious Bane, and this card can be summoned only using Dark Calling and cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect, and during the main phase of every turn he can destroy all opponent's monsters on the field with attack less than or equal to his own. In addition to this, he gains 200 attack points for each monster he destroys with this effect. And if you're facing a stronger monster than Evil Hero Malicious Bane, you can use Elemental Hero Honest Neo's effect to increase his attack points by 2500, making it 5500, so he can destroy anything your opponent summons during that turn. So to sum it up, we have Masked Heroes and we have Fusion Monsters effects that will help you overcome most deck effect, as well as disrupt your opponent combos and let you finish the duel in the first 3 or 5 turns before your opponent brings out his most powerful cards. We also use Link monsters that have great support effects to our heroes, and the ones that I recommend are Extra Hero Cross Crusader, Extra Hero Wonder Driver, and Extra Hero Dread Decimator. Crusader is a great card combination with Fusion Destiny cards, since one of the downsides of Fusion Destiny is that it destroys the summon monster at the end of the next turn. And with Crusader you can use Destiny Hero Dangerous or Destiny Hero Dystopia as its Link monster and then summon it again using Extra Hero Cross Crusader summoning effect. You can also tribute a Destiny hero and add one hero to your hand, a great search tool for Elemental Hero Honest Neo when you want to buff up your monster heroes by 2500 attack. As for Extra Hero Wonder Driver, he has the effect to add any Polymerization, Miracle Fusion, or a Change spell card from the graveyard when another hero is summoned, making you fusion summon more than twice using this card. Plus, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon any monster from your hand, a good effect when you have Elemental Hero Shadow Mist in your hand in order to get a change spell from your deck. And lastly, we have Extra Hero Dread Decimator, and this card requires 3 heroes, and it has the effect to increase all hero monsters by 100 attack points for each hero in the graveyard, and it also does piercing damage for defense monsters. This is the hero deck I used to get the Platinum ranking for Greater Heights trophy in Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel, and before we go through an overview of the deck and how many copies from each card, I'll show you one last thing, and those are the Negate effect cards, something used by everyone nowadays in Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel. So for Negate effects we have Forbidden Droplet that discards a card and negate effect based on the number of cards discarded, and also decrease the attack points of all negated monsters. This discard effect allows you to send heroes to the graveyard like Destiny Hero Malicious and Elemental Hero Shadow Mist to trigger their effect graveyard as well, so it's a very good combination of negation and combo building. We also have Ash Blossom that negates the effect of any card effect that sends cards to the graveyard or add cards from the deck to your hand or your field. This is a hand effect, meaning you can play it at any time to stop your opponent from gaining more cards or summoning more monsters. And the last negate effect we have Max C. Although this is not a negate effect, it stops most players from continuing their turn, as the more cards they summon, the more cards you get into hand thanks to its effect. So it's considered by my standard a negate effect and a good card for this deck as well, as it either helps you clear the field with minimum number of monsters your opponent summons, or give you all the variety you need for multiple combos during your turn. The other 3 cards that we have are destruction cards. We have the famous Lightning Storms that destroys all face-up monsters on the field, or all spells or traps on the field. And destroying spells and traps is far more greater effect than destroying monsters, since the heroes will be doing that. We also have Raigeki, similar to Lightning Storm. It destroys all monsters on the field without the condition that Lightning Storm has, that requires you to have no face-up monsters on the field to activate Lightning Storm's effect. And the last one is Nibiru, the primal being, and this card is a beast because it is also a hand effect. When an opponent summons 5 or more monsters on the field, you can destroy all the monsters on the field and summon this card and give your opponent a token with the attack and defense of all destroyed monsters. And using the effects of our heroes like Elemental Hero Sunrise and Destiny Hero Dystopia, you can destroy that monster very easily. Simply face the token in the defense position to destroy it in your next turn. And the last two cards that we have are trap cards. We have the classic Magic Cylinder that negates the effect and inflict damage to your opponent with the same attack as the monster used for its attack. And we have Bye Bye Damage, my favorite card, and its effect is that when your opponent attacks a monster and takes damage, you inflict double that damage to your opponent's life point. Thank you for watching. I hope you like the video and give this deck a try, and let me know in the comments below what you think. I'll leave you now with the overview and some replays of the combos we've been talking about. Enjoy!